We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros Blabs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Oh, man. Oh, right off the bat, ready to go. Good to see everybody. Welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com, and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SideScrollersPlus.com. I cannot hear anything in my headphones right now, and I have no idea why. I'm quickly guessing as to what's going on, but here we are, ready to go. Set them charged, says I'm ready to go. Good to see everybody. Glad you're with us. It should be a very interesting day, to say the least. I am hooked up and everything. I don't know. Let me check some stuff over here. Are we good? I think we're live. Yeah, we can hear the bad audio. It's my mic. It's everything. Everything's wrong. What a way to start the show. Oh, this is why. Hold on. Let's see what we got here. There we go. This should be better. Real podcasters on. Mic is really bad too. I'm underwater. My mic sounds like I'm underwater. I don't know. Hopefully all is good, and we're back. We'll bring me down a little bit. Potato audio issues. This doesn't make any sense at all. There we go. Should have cleared up a little bit, because sometimes when we use this program StreamYard, sometimes it comes in a little gargly and nasty if we haven't been talking about it. Because here's the thing: usually before the show, we get in, we talk about things. We get in. Blabs is here and Phoenix is here. Our guest is here. And we have an opportunity, I guess, for whatever system StreamYard uses to kind of get used to us talking. But I have not done that at all this morning because nobody is with me today. It is just me and you, which, look, I'm not scared of this by any means, but I'll tell you, it definitely is going to be a different thing. And it kind of harkens back to the old school days. Now, I am excited to see where this goes today, because I still have an entire run sheet. And you may be asking yourself, what's up with Phoenix and Blabs? Where are they? They're taking care of some personal stuff. Let me just say that. So they may be here tomorrow. They may not be here tomorrow, but there's some personal things that got to get taken care of. So they're going to take care of those things. And something happened in Rev's life that he needed to leave as well. And I don't think any of that stuff is public as well. So you got me today, and hopefully you guys are okay with that. This could be a total disaster. It could not be a total disaster, but I'm glad you're with me today. And honestly, I'm going to do a horrible job of keeping track of super chats, direct donations, Rumble rants. I mean, I'm just giving you a heads up. Blabs is not here. Blabs usually runs all that stuff, keeping track of a million different chats, keeping track of what's going on with you guys. She's not here. It's just me. So I'm going to do a horrible job of keeping track of all that stuff. I'm just giving you a heads up. So when you guys come in with a super chat, direct donation to Rumble rant, just know that I will do my best to hit it. I greatly appreciate it. And if I miss it, please know that it's not because I'm doing it on purpose. It's because I'm just bad. So that's it. Okay. So if you are new to our show, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I say our show because things should be back here to normal in the next day or so. Hopefully, we'll see. This was a very last second thing today. So if you watched yesterday's show, you would know that everything was planned to go normal today until it wasn't. And that's the life of the internet. But that's okay. I haven't done a solo stream in a good long while. So this should be fun. So I do have an eye on the chat over here. And by the way, Blabs did reach out to several folks. She did reach out to Kay from Melee Games. She reached out to some other folks as well. And I said, no, I got this. So we'll see how this goes. Now, if you'll notice, actually, over on YouTube the last few days, I've been doing some reaction videos. And to some content that you guys have said. You guys said, Craig, you got to go see these videos. And so I've actually gotten around to watching these videos now. And there's a few of them that I'm going to have to go back and watch. And we're going to take a look at them today. And maybe they'll be sliced up into videos on the channel. We'll see how it all goes. But once again, if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Join the 150,000 just normal men who have found us over on YouTube. We also have over 51,000 who have found us over at rumble.com/sidescrollers. Coming up on Thursday, guys. I don't know if you guys have heard us talk about this, but we do have the VTuber Chaos 2 event happening on Thursday. Assuming that Blabs is alive and Leaf is alive and Kirsch is alive and Cindy's alive and Pickle's alive, we're going to make it happen. That's this Thursday. And by the way, I'm very excited about this because not only are we doing it on Side Scrollers Plus, we are doing it on Rumble, we are doing it on Kick, and we're doing it on Twitch. I know a lot of people have been saying, hey, why don't you do it on YouTube? I would love to do it on YouTube. The problem is that Blab's dirty, potty, commie mouth got us a strike over on YouTube, or not a strike, but a warning. So we have to be extra careful. And sometimes if the last time we played this was any example of what it's going to be like moving ahead, I'll tell you this, it's going to get pretty raunchy. And I don't want to take the risk of getting a strike, because if we get a strike on YouTube, we can't stream on YouTube, and that's bad. So I'd rather take that event off and have you guys go check it out over on Rumble or in Kick or on Side Scrollers Plus. It is available for free for everybody, so consider checking it out. That'll be this Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Time, if everything goes as scheduled, which we fully intend on that happening. We have that, and we also have our new Bits channel, which has been really good. The Side Scrollers Bits channel has been growing really quick, so you guys make sure you find a link to that down in the description. Like I said, we're kind of shifting things around here on this channel with more reactionary content of me reacting to some videos and stuff. And over on the Bitch channel, you'll find little snippets of stuff as well as all the shorts. So, yeah, just kind of shifting formats around. Hopefully things work out a little bit, and things are good. Let's see. We do have no showdown today at all because nobody's here. It's just me. So no showdown, no Montez goal, no nothing. It's just me and you and a bunch of videos and reaction and news and all sorts of stuff. So right at the bat, we're ready to go. Winterfell says, carry the show like you used to. Thank you so much, Winterfell. Appreciate it. I will absolutely do that with 2. Matt came in as a member for 9 months. Says, you got this, Craig. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Sergio came in with $4.99. Says, time to spam the supers. No. Ram came in with 10. He says, you should allow some previous guests to join today if any are in the chat right now. Yeah, maybe. Like I said, I kind of like the idea of honestly just kind of going solo today and seeing how this works out, because I've talked about this during the show. There are a lot of things that we don't have an opportunity to hit. So when school kicks back up, I'd actually like to continue and do like a solo stream afterwards, potentially. Not like every day, but maybe a couple times a week to hit some of those stories. And this could be like a nice little test case for that. We'll see what happens. Torgo says, Blab's out here making an honest woman out of Phoenix. Yes, that's exactly the situation. That's exactly what's happened, Torgo. Thank you for that. So yes, it's going to be good. And no, I do not want to fire Blabs. I do not want to fire Phoenix. Everything is great. Like I said, they are incredibly important. They just can't be here today. They have some personal things happening, which it's not my job to tell you those things. So, yes, ready to go. All right. So with all that said, I'm going to do my best to run this show as best as I possibly can, while still making sure that I keep an eye on what you rascally rabbits have going on over here. I need to get our Rumble chat pulled up. You guys over on Kick, I'm going to do my best to keep an eye on you as well. But between Rumble and YouTube, like I'm gonna tell you this right now, Blab's job of keeping track of all this stuff, and I do not. But listen to this. Bloopity Snooples came in with a $50 Rumble rant. Says, oh God, everyone is pregnant. But this is good. I've always wanted to have some personal time with you, Craig. Let's not make it weird, Bloopity Snooples. But thank you very much. Appreciate that. I've been looking forward to some close personal time with you as well, Bloopity. Anyways, so I'm going to put you on the wall, Bloopity. And by the way, we're very close to filling out the wall, which is I'm excited for that. Let's see if we can do that today as just a good way to say, we don't need you, Blabs. We don't need you, Phoenix. We need you, Blabs and Phoenix. But let's go and do it. Either way, Bloopity Snooples, thank you very much. Let's get you on the wall. Bam! Right there. Oh, my God. You know, I used to have headphones with a line in them. Now I have this Bluetooth thing. Have you heard of this new technology? It allows me to move around a lot more. It's crazy how this technology is great. Pretty amazing stuff. Let me get you over here, chat, so I can scoot you there and make you small. We're doing some window management on the fly. All right, guys, glad you're with me. If you're with me, do me a favor. If you want to hang out with me today for a couple hours, maybe more. By the way, I'll tell you this right now. Not only are Blabs, Phoenix, and Rev not here today, my wife and kids are gone too. So I'm just saying, maybe this turns into an extended stream, or maybe it turns into just me crashing out after an hour. I don't know. But the potential of this going longer than 2 hours is high right now. We'll just see how this all kind of comes together, okay? All right, no promises either way. I could crash out in an hour. I could start asking about oranges. I can do all. By the way, great opportunity to get caught up on all this nonsense that's going on in society, because there's a lot of things going on that I legitimately have not kept track of. So Marvel, and look at that, came in with some Bitcoin. $19.99 says, happy birthday, Phoenix, you Easter bunny bitch. That's all. Happy birthday, you son of a bitch, Phoenix. Yeah, if you guys want to wish to Phoenix a happy birthday, you absolutely can. We love that. Romer says, how about a call-in show for the guest? Oh, Romer, that'd be awesome. The problem is that we can do a call-in show, but just like any other guest, specifically on YouTube, if somebody was to come in and start dropping hard R's or any other words, that would get us banned really quick. We don't want another Lunduke situation, do we? Kaiju came in, says Blabs, Phoenix, and Chrissy Mayer comedy stream. Let's go. Torgo came in, says surprise side scrollers plays. Let's go. Now, don't plan on playing any video games today. Not on the docket, but you never know. You never know. Probable Cause came in with a Xenosaga sweep, as well as Romer came in with says, how about you do a call-in show? Yes, very much. Probably not going to happen. Chibi came in with 5 gifted subs over on YouTube. That's awesome. Love that. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Chibi. I see VJ got gifted a sub, and that dog and Shantae Boots got gifted a sub. Let's go, Larry. And you know, by the way, do you know how you get gifted a sub in the chat? You get gifted a sub by being active in the chat. That's how YouTube gifts them out. They divvy them out through your activity. Pretty cool. Now, over on Rumble, if somebody was to gift subs, gift Rumble memberships over there, they actually gift them through like it's a claiming system. So if you come in and you don't have a membership and you've been in the chat longer, guess what? That membership goes to you. Pretty cool. So yeah, two totally different ways of handling this. So Epsilon Sama says, where are Rev and Phoenix? Are they getting married? Congrats to the married couple. Epsilon Sama, you nailed it. Rev and Phoenix today tying that hitch. Honeymoon, just letting you know. Screwy Dewey came in with 2, says, hey, hail, Craigathy for Xenosaga. All right, let's go. Today is the day for the Xenosaga sweep. I'm going to say this right now. If there was ever a day, if Xenosaga was going to come in and conquer our chat, today's the day. Today is the stinking day. All right. Let's get into it, friends. We have a lot to get to. And without everybody here, look, you are flying with me as my co-host today. And you know what? I'm excited for that. Welcome aboard. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. Friends, it's time for Hard News.
Hard News.
All right. So usually when I have Blabs and Phoenix here, I have some sort of like layup to start, some sort of we call it like an opener, something little. And we do have a noticeable death in the world of life. And I don't know. I saw this and I honestly thought, man, this is rough for really everybody in society. And if I could just get some crosses in the chat, please, some RIPs in the chat for Richard Dick Porn, who passed away recently. It's really unfortunate that Richard passed away at the age of, looks like 92 years old. Good old Dick Porn. If you'd like to sign the guest book or send flowers, you can find them. Millions of people have done that over at legacy.com. Although I will say, oddly enough, Richard Porn over here. No, I don't like to say bad things about Richard B. But here, let's just do a little eulogy here for. He passed away unexpectedly at the Mayo Clinic with his family by his side. I got to be honest. Do you really pass away unexpectedly? Let's go this way. Do you really pass away unexpectedly when your family is by your side? I don't think that's the case. I think that when you, if your family is surrounding you at all times, I'm just saying probably you're on the way out. If you're 92 and your family is surrounding you, you probably are on the way out right there. Dick Porn was born May 13th, 1938 to, man, look at this. Matthew and Gertrude Porn. Man, we'll talk about an old name. Gertie Porn right there. Good old Gertrude Porn in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Chippewa Falls, that's a great name for a city. I feel like I've heard that maybe in like American Pie or something. That's one of those funny city names that just kind of goes well. But yes, Dick Porn has now officially passed away. He was baptized. So, and I also, I think the most amazing thing about that is that he didn't off himself after 92 years. I'm just saying, like 92 years of being tortured by the name of porn. Got to be pretty crappy right there. Let's go and move on from that. Sorry to do that. Side Scroller says, today a Side Scrollers without the ass. Good. F them. What? No. Telly, we don't. No, don't do that. Don't do that. We like Blaz and Phoenix right there. We like them a lot. The Gilkman returns, says, keep being awesome as a member for 3 months. Thank you very much, Gilkman. Appreciate George over there. Man, what a great start. Young Stuff says, this is preferred. Let's fucking go, Craig. You got this live, my dude. Well, yeah, we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best and make our way through today. Should be fun. I'm gonna do my best as well to keep track of chats. Like I said, if I miss something, please just roll with me here. I saw this video I wanted to share with you guys today, and look, we've all had opportunities we've been playing games or something. Usually, let's just be clear. This is definitely a young person thing, and to be clear, this is also a very irresponsible young lad. But the mom right here has had enough. This video, I've never seen this before. Maybe this is a meme, and maybe this is totally fake. But this is a mom as her son is playing Call of Duty over here. Let's just see how this goes.
Get off the game, go to the bathroom, and take a shit. Now.
Hey.
Bathroom and shit now. Go to the bathroom and take a shit.
Go to the bathroom.
Get off.
Hey,
go to the bathroom.
You know.
Go to the bathroom. I can smell you shitting yourself.
Oh.
Get up and go to the bathroom. Now.
No.
No, I'm in the middle of a kill streak, Mom. Ew. Oh.
Up and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom.
He's not yet, Mom.
Shitting yourself.
Not yet.
Go to the bathroom. You're shitting yourself.
Not yet. No.
I will rip everything apart. I swear to God. Go to the bathroom.
Not yet.
You're shitting yourself.
Not yet.
You're shitting yourself. Poop is coming out of your fucking asshole.
No,
Go to the bathroom.
Not yet.
Go.
He sounds like McLovin over there. What the hell? I am McLovin. It's like, is this McLovin playing Call of Duty over here, trying to get his tactical nuke? He's got one going on in his pants over here. This is spectacular.
Coming out of your fucking asshole. Go to the bathroom.
Not yet.
Go.
What the hell?
Not yet. No.
Go to the goddamn bathroom.
You guys have several ideas in the chat. Talk about just go and kill the circuit breaker. I think that's probably the right way to go in this situation. This is as a mom, you probably want to take that step and make your way to the circuit breaker and just kill it. God, I'm just trying to imagine a kid in this situation where he is sitting there and there's literally a turd coming out of his butt as he's doing his best to try to get that UAV over to help out his teammate. And he's, oh, no, Mom, no. Oh, my God. I just a little bit more. I just want to hear this kid one more time.
Go to the bathroom and take a shit. I can smell you.
Go to the bathroom.
Get off.
Hey,
go to the bathroom.
You know.
Go to the bathroom.
It's got a little Norm Macdonald too. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what to say. What do you?
Tell you, shitting yourself. Get up and go to the bathroom. Now.
No. Yeah.
Get
No.
up.
No. Oh my God. What would you do in this situation? You know, if you had a kid who was so inept that they wouldn't get up while playing any video game or doing anything in life, what would you do? Legit question. Would you, I mean, I guarantee as a father, you'd probably do something much different in this situation. I think, you know what I would do? I would probably drag them outside and just put the spray hose on them. Just straight up hose them down, and then, you know, not let them come in until they're done cleaning themselves. That's disgusting. That's horrible. Get some diapers. Nah. You don't get diapers. You don't help that out. You don't encourage that. No. Mercenary says, how did everyone die? Did the woke mob get to them? Yes, Mercenary. That is correct. The woke mob got to them. They're all dead because of that. Bored college student came in with 10, says, Craig, hear me out on a business opportunity for Plus. I would pay money to listen to Mercenary's rants. We should give him his own segment. Mercenary, you got a champion in the chat, buddy. You got a champion for you in the chat. Love that. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of video watching today because I do have some videos that I would like to show you guys, and videos that I wanted to watch, but I just kind of watched like 30 seconds, like, oh, that'd be great for the show. Some of these things I think Phoenix could talk on, but I don't think Blabs necessarily could. So this is, I think, one of those situations. This is a video from, well, I'll just kind of share the screen with you here. It says, back when MTV tried to portray Pantera as racist by making a hit piece based solely on the idea that some have called their lyrics racist and homophobic in 1994. Okay. They even got a guy who they probably paid to scream white power outside an NYC venue. This is something that we see all the time. I want to watch this first. Then I want to talk about this whole idea, the media saying, some are saying, or reports that X, or sources say. We see this all the time in media. Let's just see this report from MTV from 1994.
Ever since the thrash rant band Pantera topped the charts with its new album Far Beyond Driven, there's been media mumbling about the alleged racism of the group's lyrics. A quick check of the lyric sheet reveals nothing beyond the usual apocalyptic hardcore.
Did you hear it? There's been media mumbling. People in the media. You mean one person potentially said this? You mean one person fabricated a story about this? One person wanted to put a spotlight on this so Kurt Loder in 1994 could do a story about this? Yeah.
Although such phrases as building a blood and kill them all may strike some non-fans as vaguely unsettling. We spoke to Pantera about...
Whoa. Did he just use the word bigly? Did Kurt Loder, whatever. Did this guy just say bigly in 1994? Bigly. Just saying. Is Loder a Trump guy?
About all this recently, and in our interview with frontman Phil Anselmo, you'll notice he's wearing a t-shirt bearing the Triskelion, a circle of 3 interlocked sevens that's well known as a white supremacist symbol in South Africa.
Oh my God. Even this is 1994. I'm 13 years old this time. This is the stuff that was being shown on MTV News right here. This idea of 777 is 777. You mean like 777? You get for like a slot machine. That's. I want to hear that one more time.
In a circle of 3 interlocked sevens that's well known as a white supremacist symbol in South Africa.
Okay. Give it up for the MTV early font here. God, this is very 90s MTV font.
It's heavy metal without any reservation at all about saying so.
Far Beyond Driven, Pantera's third major label release, surprised just about everybody when it debuted at #1 on the album chart a month ago.
Well, I think we expected to be in the top 10. I don't know if we really thought it could do #1, but, the reason why it happened is, not because of any crazy thing or there wasn't anything else out there, just because, we spent 4 years on the road for the last 2 records, touring nonstop. We got the most devoted, loyal fans out there. And when the record came...
Wait, BDK says, To be fair, he is a white supremacist. Is it real? Is that true? Wait, is that true when it comes to this? Oh my gosh. If that's the truth. Oh boy, that's not a good thing. Is this what I need to find? We're going to ask Grok.
Came out, bam, they went and got it.
Even though Far Beyond Driven has dropped down the album chart almost as fast as it topped it, the band has continuously been supporting their album through in-store appearances and a club tour which incites this type of fan reaction.
Wait, what do you expect? Like, once again, you get a crazy guy who put a camera in front of him. How often could you imagine if they went like during MTV? Let's just say it was like the MTV spring break, right? Where they have all these girls and they're dancing in their bikinis, and these guys were like, they got their beards in their hand or whatever. They're like, and these songs that give you this kind of reaction, and has these girls who are like all doing their booty dancing. Like, what do you expect? You put a camera in someone's face in 1994. That's how they're going to react, you dummy.
High energy, way high energy. Audience is part of the show. They move as much as we do.
Absolutely.
It's a total feeling between the band and the audience.
That's why we write the songs. We write for the audience, not for the radio.
Okay, here's where it's about to turn. You can feel it because we're now 1 minute and 45 seconds into this thing. Kurt Loder came in with about a 45-second intro. We're about 1 minute into this. Now it's time for the paint.
Thanks for the demo and thanks for the joint. You strapped to it, man. That's cool.
Singer Philip Anselmo also thinks it's cool to write controversial lyrics. Lyrics some have called racist and homophobic. Whether they are or not, Anselmo does not like to answer for those provocative lyrics, which he loves to write.
Everybody's judge is the point. Everybody's judge. I'm judge. Again. What do you mean by that? I have friends of every color and every creed, and ass come in every color. And that's how I believe, and that's you're only a fool if you don't.
Well then, some fools seem to have found their way to Pantera.
White power!
Kids that come to our shows and whatever yell white power, well, all I got to say about that is I ain't them kids, and them kids are going to yell what they're going to yell anyway.
See how they're framing this though? The framing that they are adding fuel to this fire, right? We don't know about that guy who, like, to be clear, I've never in my entire life, like, I live in Texas, y'all. I live in Texas. I've never, ever heard anybody say those two words together, power and white, ever. But I have heard black power, right? I've heard, I've never heard those phrases put together, those put together in person before. It's always been on TV or something. Like I said, live in Texas. People will be like, oh, so like, are you kidding me? No, it's never, ever, ever, ever been like that. Never seen it before. Nobody has the galls. And people think like that guy. It's like, I have friends of all races, creeds, sexes, whatever, right? And it is what it is, you know? And they're trying to point the finger at Pantera. This is in 1994. This has been doing this for how long? How long have they been pointing the finger at bands saying, look at what you're doing. Look at what your influence is. Your influence is causing this to spread. What a joke.
Pantera will be making its way across the country this summer on a more extensive tour, playing larger venues with their friends Sepultura and Biohazard.
To me, it feels good to be able to go headline and take some of your favorite bands on tour with you.
Uh-oh. Grok, what are you doing for me? There.
Exposure that somebody else did for you, something they don't want. It's going to be the best, one of the best tours of the summer, if not the best. Absolutely.
Asked if she knew the meaning of that T-shirt symbol Anselmo was wearing, a Pantera publicist said clothes are not the issue.
And you know what? They're right. They were right at the time. In 1994, they were right. Like, how many times have you worn something that you truly didn't understand the actual meaning? How many people have tattoos that they have no idea what they mean? They got a tribal tattoo. That tribal tattoo means something, or a Japanese tattoo that they thought said something which means something totally different in reality. How, like, that's every day. Every day somebody's out there wearing something that has a tattoo, whatever, wearing a necklace, a chain, that they may not understand the true meaning of, so they should not be penalized for that. It was a cool design or whatever, you know. They're right. Clothes is not the issue. The media is the issue. I'm very curious. Let's just ask Grok, because this was brought up in our chat. This idea that this guy apparently is an admitted white supremacist. If that's the case, I want to know, because just curious. Let's see. Is either R? It's actually R. Are either of the Pantera singers, those are performers, featured? We'll say any. Are any Pantera members what? Supremacists. Yeah, I butchered that. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's just see if what Grok has to say about this, because the chat said that this guy was, admittedly, right? Yes. Has repeatedly engaged in behavior and sentiments widely viewed as racist, though he is denied. Okay, well, hold on. Whoa. How can you? Okay, if the guy's saying he's not, how can Grok say he is? That's not fair. I don't think that's fair at all. The guy's like, no, I'm not at all. But Grok is assuming, just saying definitively, yes, has repeatedly engaged in behavior and statements widely viewed, though he's denied it right here. I'm not defending this by any means, but the guy's telling you he's not. I don't understand how AI can just go and be like, right? Let's see, in 2016, give it, okay, all right. Later claiming reference to white wine. Okay, all right. Well, I could see that. Under widespread backlash, show cancellation, contamination. This is in 2016. Okay. Earlier controversies, 1995 Pantera show where he made a white wine. Okay. What? Okay. Once again, you have people who are holding up other like the demonization of that is honestly insane to me. Like, how many times have you seen a rapper say something like Black Power? Like, doesn't make any sense. And the idea of the Confederate flag imagery, this is something that just in the last 5 or 6 years has been seen as problematic. It was a state flag for a state for the longest time. I think it actually still is. I don't even know. Let's see. Dimebag Darrell. Yeah, Dimebag Darrell died from Pantera. Okay, so I have no notable. Okay, yeah. So like that's weird. What do you got? Like, what do you think of that? Do you think that's fair? That Grok would just say, yeah, absolutely, this guy is what he's said he's not. Okay, hold on. To be clear, has he said he is? Let's find out. Okay, because if he has said he is, then okay. No, okay. So once again, this is the problem. How can you go in here and say yes when he says no? I don't know. Either way, this whole thing comes back to pointing fingers and making assumptions about things. And people obviously make a lot of assumptions. Like if this guy is, right, I don't think anybody should be a supremacist about any sort of race, creed, whatever, right? But to see the assumptions jump there, it's honestly kind of amazing. And you see this in the media all the time. How many people think that our president right now is a pedophile or whatever, pick whatever thing that people want to stick to. And by the way, that whole thing's like new in the last 18 months. This is narrative. Oh, this guy's this, blah, 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 blah. This guy's, it's amazing to see how people in the media in particular just gravitate to certain narratives. And then ultimately that narrative is pushed to the audience. And the audience being the standard American person right there. Young Stove came in and says, Blad's giving birth to Phoenix's eggs, called it. I don't know if that's the case, but if that was, I'll let you know. I didn't know Blad's was pregnant, but cool. Also, over on Rumble, Commodore fan with 3 says, Craig, you need to contact Video Bob Mosley for his thoughts on this as follow-up, as he was Pantera's main roadie, drove their tour bus, and was as best friends with Vinnie Paul. Huh. That's interesting. Thank you thanks for that, Commodore fan. Reese says, regarding Pantera, Henry Rollins put it best when he said, we're the generation that's the most hardcore than we're the generation that's more hardcore than our parents, and we're going to be the generation that's more hardcore than our kids. Ooh, yes, very true right there. Commodore fan says, Bob has also shot, directed, and edited the main Pantera music videos. Wow. He's the tour bus driver? Oh, he's the main roadie. Okay. Yeah. And edited Pantera's main videos, amongst other artists. He's looking to get back into video making and sings for a band called Turbo Loco. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks, Commodore fan. That's very insightful of you. You must be a big Pantera fan. Pokelda says, as we now know Phoenix's real birthday, mark it on your calendars, everybody. Every day is Phoenix's birthday. You kidding me? Con Air came in with 10 over on YouTube, says, I don't know if this is on the run sheet today or is planned to be covered, but did you hear about that Andrew Tate got arrested? I saw some snippets about that. I haven't followed up on that, but it's not on the run sheet. But there is, I mean, we can definitely look at it. We got all afternoon, dude. We got all afternoon. Let's go ahead and move on if we show. Tin Lee says, did you read Marco Rubio? Did you read Marco Rubio's report about the communists in the U.S. That they're all from Cuba? No, I did not, Tin Lee. But that's interesting. Let's go and move on. There's a big event happening right now in the world of, I guess Streamer University. Maybe it wrapped up. I don't know. It's that Kai Cenat guy. He invites all those people to come to Streamer University. And Asmongold had an observation about this, which I wanted to take a look at. He's talking about how things have changed in the streaming space. And I think what he's saying makes a lot of sense. Let's go and see exactly what he had to say about this.
It's like this is their one chance to become famous. I really do think it's a problem nowadays that you have so many people that want to become streamers so they can be famous. Like back in the day, people became streamers because they wanted money or they just played a video game, right?
I'm curious what Asmongold means by back in the day. Like when is back in the day 10 years ago? Is back in the day 15 years ago? Or is back in the day 5 years ago? Just curious.
Whereas like now, I think that you have a lot of these IRL streamers that, like, I don't know if you guys get this same vibe that I do, but a lot of these people, and I'm not talking about her particularly, right? I'm just making a general.
Uh-oh. Do you stream? Because I know like during COVID, everybody started to stream and the numbers flew up. Obviously, I've been doing this for a long time. I started streaming back before Twitch was a thing, back when it was called Justin.tv. But, for us, it was, I remember doing our first streams back at Screw Attack, and we had probably close to like 2,500 people watching. And that was massive back in like 2010, maybe 2009. Massive numbers on Twitch back then. On Justin.tv before Twitch spun off. We did some stuff with Twitch as well, but that was long before the idea of monetizing live content was a thing. We actually had awesome number, like the idea of super chats, bits, subs, any of that stuff was not a thing on Twitch at that point. So we did it just to do it. There was no rhyme or reason to it. It was like, oh, let's give it a go. We thought it'd be fun and kind of push things forward. But yeah, I do think what he's saying is there's a lot of truth to the idea that people see this as the new Hollywood. They want to get involved. They want to become famous for their takes. They want to become famous for being jerks or IRL streaming or whatever.
Like back in the day, people became streamers because they wanted money or they just played a video game, right? Whereas like now, I think that you have a lot of these IRL streamers that, like, I don't know if you guys get this same vibe that I do, but a lot of these people, and I'm not talking about her particularly, right? I'm just making a general statement, is that a lot of these people are like, they're like NPCs. They don't really listen to a lot of music. They don't play video games. They don't watch movies. Maybe they watch like one TV show and that's it. Like they don't even know, like you can't even have a conversation with these people. Their entire life and existence is self-referential around themselves, their internet presence, what they're doing, what people are talking about them. It's like they're not even really people. Isn't it weird?
You know, I mentioned this the other day, how my daughter, for the last several years, has been like, I want to be a pilot. And the other day she came to me and she was like, you know, I don't really want to be a pilot anymore. I kind of want to learn about what you do. And my response to that was, no. Actually, it was more like, okay, I'll definitely teach you, but I have 0% interest in actually providing her any sort of platform for a long, long time, because this is dangerous, man. It's dangerous being online, talking to people on a day-to-day basis, streaming on a day-to-day basis, especially as a young woman. You know, at the time, I would never, ever even let her come close to the internet in that form until she's at least an adult. But the parasocial relationship works both ways. There's a parasocial relationship from you to us, as well as us to you. There are many people that I have met in our community, in our audience, in our whatever you want to call it, that I've met, and you all are great. Everyone I've ever met has been really cool. I've met a single, like anybody who's like mega weird. And by the way, I have met some really weird people in my 20 years of doing this, right? But not with what we're doing with side scrollers. You guys have all been very, very cool. Whenever I met you guys, you're all, you know, good, upstanding folks. But there are weirdos online. We all understand that. And the parasocial relationship from the streamer, especially if you're young and you're developing and you're still trying to figure out who you are, you're 18, 19, 20 years old, you want to be a streamer online, and you have everybody, oh, look at how great this person, blah, blah, blah. That feeds into you. It inflates you. And ultimately, what happens is you have this false security of always wanting to please the people who are telling you how great you are. You are a pleaser online. And you are afraid to go against the grain, to upset them, because because they are your lifeline. I think that's what Asmongold's talking about, as far as these people being NPCs. They're NPCs ultimately to their audience, and that sucks.
Like probably peaked in high school. Yeah, they want to be like miniature celebrities and stuff like this. And it's just like, I don't know why you even want to be like that. And I think that ever since the W community started growing, you have a new generation of young people that want to be famous, but they don't actually want to be entertaining. That's the problem. He's like, well,
I'll tell you this. There's a lot of people who are famous who are not entertaining at all. I mean, we've seen this many, many times. I go back to a lot of folks who are streamer famous right now that are not. Someone would argue that's me. I've somehow been able to do this for 20 years. That's fine. But there are a lot of people who you look at and you go, how are they making a living doing this? How are they even capable of streaming full time? They're not funny. They're not entertaining at all. But somehow they develop some sort of audience, whether it's getting the rub from somebody else or being promoted by a platform like Kick or Twitch. I think of like the clavicular guy. This guy's a nobody. He's like there's nothing fun or personal about this guy. He's just a dude who takes a chisel to his chin, and that's supposed to make him fun or entertaining. He's not. He's just a dude, just a generic dude. But somehow people felt the need to invest him to the point to where, once again, I said this the other day, I'd have it on good authority. He was asking, his management was asking 9 figures for a deal in streaming.
I know that he's not everybody's cup of tea, and like my audience and his audience are very different demographically, right? Like he's got a much younger audience. Like my audience is mainly people that are over 30 or like, 25 to 40. And so like many of us maybe won't be as interested in Kai, but Kai entertains his audience. He is entertaining to his audience. And the people that watch him think he's really fucking funny and they like him a lot. A lot of these other people, they're not entertaining to anybody. They're not funny, or they're not like just engaging. They're like NPCs, man. Their entire life is about themselves. They don't have any interests. They don't have any hobbies. They don't have anything to do for fun. They don't have fun. It's very odd.
This is actually a great example. This person over here, the idea of content is going out and going to Wendy's and having lunch. Okay. You know, we've actually talked about doing some IRL streams here on Side Scrollers, and I actually think it would really be fun, just as like a novelty, to where we take you guys to certain places, and it's more of like an experience as opposed to IRL. I want to do one at the National Video Game Museum. I've been talking with them about going out there and doing a stream. It's in North Texas. It's a place that I can go to. We talked about possibly, I mentioned this over on X the other day, this idea of the Fast and Furious ride is closing in Universal Studios. Phoenix hasn't ridden that ride. People say it sucks. I don't care. I want Phoenix to ride that ride. Would you guys like to see Phoenix ride that ride, or at least see his experience of going and being a part and going to a physical Fast and Furious location? I mean, wouldn't that be fun, right? Now that's closing in mid-August, so I don't know if we're gonna have time to get out there. I mean, hypothetically, we could just hop on a plane, but you know, cost and stuff associated with all that. But I think that'd be fun to do. But all the IRL stuff is just built around experiences, not day-to-day monotony. And maybe there's the aspect of this to where people, the IRL thing is interesting to me because it's like when you go on Instagram, when you go on X, when you go on any sort of social media, you see these folks who you only see people's best, right? You see them at the filter, you see them on their vacation home or vacation spot on the beach. You very rarely do people, unless it's like totally performative, show them like, oh, I just had the worst day of my life, and they're crying and they're taking a picture. Even then, why would you want to take a picture of the worst day of your life, right? But what I'm saying is that you only get this very performative, filtered look on Instagram. Whereas with IRL streaming, there's like this companionship. I'm guessing that's kind of the draw of it. The draw of being able to hang out with them on a day-to-day basis. And that's where that parasocial relationship from the viewer to the creator, I use that term loosely, kind of flies. So, I think what Asmongold is saying here is 100% right, though, is that people who, and this is going to sound really pretentious, and you can take that however you want, people who aren't qualified to stream, people who have no idea what entertainment is, want to stream. And they go, well, why aren't I successful? Because you're not entertaining or fun. You have nothing of value to add. Sorry, that's the truth. That's the reality of it. So, but they're in it because they want to get famous. And that is the wrong reasons to do anything. You should do it because you love it, because you are passionate about it. And whether that's you welding or being a teacher or live streaming, you should do things that you're passionate about. I think and you guys know this, you're smart people. All right. Wolf and Wings came in, says, fun fact, they just added the Pantera car to Forza Horizon 6. Really? Wow, that's interesting. Do they know that they're associating with white supremacist? I bet they didn't right there. Also, Mercenary says, speaking about those NPCs, you should really show your daughter the consequences of not being careful with of what a streamer can be. The consequences of things like Johnny Somali or others who have died. Yeah, 100%. Yes, we've talked about that many, many, many times. 16-bit mascot says it's not like other industries. Well, I was just saying, like having the correlation between streaming and those other industries is you just have to like it. Hopefully you like what you do on a day-to-day basis. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on to another video here, another clip. I saw. Do you guys watch RGT 85? By the way, real quick, just a quick side note. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Like everybody's dead. Everybody's gone. Everybody's dead. It's just me today. And, we're struggling along. We're making our way through, but I'm glad you've decided to hang out with me today. And I really appreciate that. This has been a fun go early on. And I've enjoyed the first hour of this. So we could go 2 hours. We could go 3. I don't know. There's no limits today, y'all. There's no limits. But do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up button. And if you are enjoying this solo endeavor today, hit the thumbs up, and if you're new, subscribe. Really appreciate that. All right, let's go move on. RGT85 has a video out, and it's called Xbox Wants to Get Rid of Game Pass. I have not seen this, but this was sent to me, and he said, hey, you got to check out this video. This is from RGT85. It's called Xbox Wants to Get Rid of Game Pass. I have not heard this. Have you guys heard this? Let's see what RGT had to say. Real quick, speaking of that, this idea of you got the timing on that announcement of, hey, we got games that we're working on, by the way. Just to let you know, this has nothing to do with the nearly 4,000 people who are losing their jobs this year. Just want to give you a heads up, by the way. Just want to tell you, games are coming. Oh, well, hold on. You're telling me you haven't been able to watch this the entire time? I'm over here just staring at this. This has been 49 seconds of me staring at this, and you guys didn't switched. What the hell? That's better. I'm good. I'm good at streaming. Well, I think it means we get an opportunity to check this out. Oh, I'm good at. Listen, if I'm going to take a step back here real quick and just say this. If I could make a living, and I know I just talked about how some people aren't entertaining online, but if I can do this for 20 years, anybody can do this for 20 years. I'm going to do this right now. I can't read. I can't switch tabs. I can hardly hit the start and go button. The start and go button. I can hardly hit it. One thing I can do, one thing I absolutely can do, is I can laugh at my mistakes, and I think that's one of the things that makes the longevity a little bit easier. Hey, there's RGT going like, hey, what are you doing, Craig? What are you doing? This is some top high quality family friendly content right here. Let's go. That's right. Karnak's right. 20 years of experience in a nutshell. That's right. All right. Let's start over. Hey, just do a reset here. Let's do a little reset. Slade says you're just staring at the screen like a psychopath. Just RGT. God, I love this. This is so good. We do need Blatch here. We need anybody here, as long as it's not me just staring like a psychopath at the screen. I got this going into my ear, and I'm over here just reacting. Yeah, that's hilarious. Oh my God, I'm good at video. I'm good at life. I'm good at video games. This is great. All right, good Lord. Let's go ahead and try to recover from that. Let's go start over. Let's go start over. Woo! Golly. All right, we got this video from RGT85. It's called Xbox Wants to Get Rid of Game Pass. I'm watching this on stream, and they said, Craig, you're not watching this. Let's watch it. Let's check it out.
So while recently I've been talking a lot about PlayStation on the channel because I just find the situation to be fascinating, there have been some things going on over at Xbox as well, and I just haven't really had time to cover them. Friday, there was a bunch of stuff about Bethesda. I guess Asha Sharma decided to wake up Todd Howard and say, hey, man, how about you make some games for us, considering we paid a lot of money for you, and you've kind of just been putzing around ever since we really picked you up.
So what I was saying before, if you're watching this on the video and this does get clipped out, let me just say this. I started this before and I was talking about this. Let me just say this. The timing of this was very convenient because Bethesda saying, "Oh, by the way, we got all these games coming out. Got all these games coming out. Looking forward to you guys not firing us over at Xbox." Just the timing on it was very convenient, and I think RGT is right as far as her just kind of like maybe tapping the sign, and the sign says, "Hey, how about you make some games?" So they had to let everybody know they're actually working on something.
Bethesda announced a bunch of stuff: Fallout 3 remake, remaster, Fallout New Vegas remaster, remake, whatever they're going to do with it. Of course, you have Fallout 5 that's being worked on by what remains of Obsidian. It's in
Hold on. We're not going to clip this. Let me just let me just say this. Mercenary says, "Hey, Craig, just be glad you're not me. If it was me, just staring at the screen like a psychopath would actually unnerve people, and they'd probably send the National Guard after me and my autistic ass." Listen, I'll just start out. Did you see the video of Trump flying over the World Cup and the helicopter, and then people green screened it? Because that was awesome. Let me pull this up really fast. Trump World Cup helicopter, because it was awesome. Let's see if I find this video real quick. Yes. Okay, so there's this video here of I'm expecting you guys to do this to me. There's this video of Trump flying over the World Cup right here. Pretty cool, right? He's flying over the World Cup. So naturally, I'm pretty sure it's down here. Somebody, I believe, yes, they green screened it. They green screened it. I know I saw another version of this where people were green screening this out. I am now imagining you guys green screening me out of me just staring viciously at some video online. Just be like, I'm just waiting for that to be clipped out. What am I looking at online? Maybe I should be tiny again. Maybe I should make myself super small, because me just giving myself giant, making myself giant and big and giving you guys the opportunity to green screen me. That is a bad idea. That is a bad idea. Oh my God. What a mess. Oh. Kipo says, now you're giving us ideas. No. I'm just saying, if I was a jerk, I would do that. That was definitely something that I would do 100%, which I am and probably would. Be doing a little bit of trolling, if you will. Oh my God. Mercenary, yes, you are correct. You are correct. You would be absolutely scaring people. Wow. Look at this. Right off the bat. Big Bog Frog came in with $100 stinking dollars over on Rumble. Says, "Normal Man slumming it with Craig Solo. Let's go." Oh yeah, we're soloing. We're slumming it in a major way today. Big Bog Frog, let's go. Big Bog Frog going on the wall with the big $100 right there. Hey, you know what we need for that? Let's see if I can find it. We got all these assets. It's the thing that Blabs usually hits. Let's see if I can. Let's see. We don't have. Where is the? Where are you? The $100 otter. Where are you, Otter? Where are you, Otter? Blabs knows where. Here's there. I don't know where the otter is. The otter. We have this. Oh, there it is. Here's the otter. There it is for Big Bog Frog. Let's go. Love that. Mercenary says, "I'm sorry, but Trump did that intentionally. I bet your parents suggested it just for the memes, and he's taken advantage of it. The man is a master manipulator." Sure, absolutely. Why not? Big Bog Frog, thank you very much. Let's get you on the wall. Get you on the wall, my man. Golly, what a show, man. Demonic Smart says, "I like solo Craig scrollers. That makes one of us." Hey, we're having a good time. We're having a good time. Come on. Get there. There we are. All right. Yeah, that's right. Yes, if you're just joining, it is solo me. Everybody died. Everybody's gone. And it may be this way tomorrow, too. We'll see. Well, at least I won't be solo tomorrow. I will have guests. But so just solo me. But Blabs and Phoenix may not be back tomorrow. They had some personal stuff they had to get taken care of. So they're taking care of that. It was a last-second thing. So, yeah. Thank you so much for that wonderful support, Big Bog Frog. Huge. All right. So, yes, RGT video. Go watch it. let's find something else to talk about here really fast. Let's see. Oh, I did see this video here, which I wanted to share real fast. Okay, this video is from a small creator named SE Play, or maybe it's Suplay or C Play. Video is called "Do Woke Games Actually Sell? The Numbers Don't Lie." I think we all know the answer to this, but I wanted to see this video and see exactly if what I think is true is true. Let's see what happens here.
Over the past few years, we've been asking the same question to the gaming industry. Why do game studios really insist on political correctness and DEI on video games? If you ask me, I think political correctness, aka wokeness, is killing the gaming industry. Sales
I like this guy. I like him. I like this guy already. I don't know who he is, but I'm gonna subscribe. Maybe hit the subscribe button right there. Let's find out.
Failing, there are giant layoffs, studios are closing down. There are too many examples. Concord, Dragon Age, The Vanguard, Star Wars Outlaws, The Last of Us, Part 2, Saints Row 2022, Forspoken, Assassin's Creed Shadows. The list goes on. But there are always two sides to a story. We say wokeness is ruining video games, and there's other side that says we need wokeness and DEI in games and movies.
Let's say this right now. We can always use another Asian on our show. Maybe I should reach out to this guy and see if he's interested in coming on the show.
Let's look at the numbers and see which side makes more solid argument. How many copies did this game sell? Which games were successful despite wokeness? And most importantly, does wokeness help sell more games?
No, it doesn't. We all know the answer to this. No, it never has. No, it never will. The people who are championing this do not have the money to support it. They are all paper tigers. That's it. All paper tigers.
Or not. First, let's take a look at The Last of Us Part 2, the biggest game in all of the games I'm going to talk about today.
This one went
crazy. When people
crazy.
ask me what my favorite game is, I still say The Last of Us Part 1. No doubt about it. But then Part 2 ruined it.
I'm sorry. I just need to get this guy saying, no doubt about it.
Part 1. No doubt about it. But then
I just want that as a clip on our channel because that's awesome.
Then Part 2 ruined it. Naughty Dog absolutely stamped on my love
threw it
for
in
the
the
series
trash.
when they created
On the
Abby.
ground.
Let me just ask you this. How did she get so big in the apocalyptic world? I go to the gym 3 times a week and I am nowhere near as big as her. I just don't think Abby Zanetti. So Abby killed Joe in most disrespectful way, and then we had to play as her because Naughty Dog made her one of the protagonist characters. Who creates one of the most beloved characters in the entire gaming industry only to have him killed in the most horrifying, disrespected way and then make players play as the killer?
That is pretty psychotic when you really think about that. It's an incredibly weird, almost serial killer style thing. Like, look, you're going to murder somebody extremely beloved, and then you need to play as the killer, and they're supposed to be the hero. That's pretty messed up.
We're talking about a woman, possibly on roid, sleeping with her ex-boyfriend who has a pregnant girlfriend. I'm sorry, but whoever designed this has to be a psychopath because I do not see any empathy with fans here. Some people might say, you're wrong, Set Play, because The Last of Us Part 2 sold more than 10 million copies.
Yeah.
It was a big success.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this right now. Hold on.
I agree.
I love this guy. This guy's awesome. I love this guy. I agree. You know, when it comes to what he's talking about here, yes, Last of Us 2 was a massive success. And we know why. Because Last of Us 1 was a massive success. Had they started Last of Us 2 where Last of Us 1 started, Last of Us 2 would not have sold. Last of Us 2 was a success because of Last of Us 1. That's why.
The Last of Us Part 2 had an incredibly strong launch. It sold more than 4 million copies in just 3 days, making it the fastest-selling PS4 first-party exclusive at the time. However, its sales growth slowed significantly after that explosive start. According to the last official figure released by Naughty Dog, The Last of Us Part 2 had sold more than 10 million copies by the spring of 2022. In other words, 4 million copies were sold during the first 3 days, while roughly 6 million additional copies were sold over the following 21 months. The Last of Us.
Now, I will say this. Okay, let's hear what he has to say about The Last of Us Part 1, because there obviously there's going to be that initial spike and then the tail off. It's just a matter of how quickly, if the tail off is a just drop off a cliff or if it's a slow decline. Be interested to hear what happened with Last of Us Part 1.
As Part 1, including the PS3 version and the PS4 remaster, had sold more than 20 million copies by 2019. So the power of The Last of Us Part 1 boosted the sales of the Part 2 at the beginning, but with all the backlash and disappointment, the sales dropped fast. It was successful, yes. But if The Last of Us Part 2 created characters and story that us players could sympathize with, I am sure the sales would have been much, much higher. Right now, Naughty Dog is working.
I 100% agree. 1,000% agree. And you have goodwill when you have a masterpiece, and then when you make it sequel, you have this people going in and they're going to buy it because they enjoy the first one so much. I don't think they've announced The Last of Us Part 3, whether it's a totally different story or something that continues the story somehow. I don't think they have, and I think there may be a reason for that. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments if they have announced anything there.
Working on Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, but if you look at the trailer, there are 120,000 likes and 320,000 dislikes. So the controversies of The Last of Us Part 2 will probably have negative effect on Intergalactic sales, just as how the first Last of Us gave a strong push to the Part 2 at the beginning. Next game is Saints Row 2022. But
before we get into Saints Row, I know for a fact, like Saints Row in the early 2010s, they made like 3-4 of them, something like that. Three. They were actually, it was a very big franchise, and it was thought of as like this wonderful GTA open world kind of fun, not clone, but it's just a really fun game. Had a lot of style to it, very colorful. And how they messed it up, man, I don't know.
I call it Saints Row hipster. The 2022 Saints Row reboot was criticized for replacing the violent gangsters and offensive humor with a more diverse group of young hipsters worried about rent and student loans. Let me tell you one thing. I loved Johnny Gat from the Saints Row, okay? Because...
Why is that, Asian guy? Tell me. C-Play. Why is that?
A Korean actor played him, and Korean blood was flowing in his veins.
Yeah.
And this guy, Kevin, he's obviously the replacement of Johnny, but he ain't my Johnny. He ain't my Johnny. Not only did they turn him into a younger hipster.
This guy's awesome. I love this guy. I hope this guy blows up.
He's also a pansexual, and that he dated men too. I am not saying there's anything wrong with that in real life, but he's a replacement of one of our favorite characters, Johnny Gat. What would Johnny Gat say?
So make yourself a fucking waffle. We done here.
Damn, I miss Johnny. Critics argued that the developers prioritized Critics argued that the developers prioritized.
Hey, look at this. We got like this guy, me and him, brother from another mother over here, can't speak, not afraid to laugh at himself. I like this guy a lot. This guy's gonna star on the rise. Let's go.
Inclusivity and safer humor while removing the crude, rebellious personality that made the original series popular.
Right.
The gameplay was also poorly received. Although the character customization was praised, many reviewers described the open world as a repetitive and outdated with weak shooting, boring missions, poor writing, and severe technical problems at launch. An unofficial report estimated that it sold around 1.7 million copies, which was far less than expected, and its developer Volition was later shut down, ending 30-year history of game making.
By the way, 1.7 million copies of 99% of the games sold in the video game industry would be a huge success. Like, I want to put this in perspective. If you sold 1 million copies back in the classic era, the 80s, 90s, you got another release as a million seller. Like, that's what you saw with Ocarina of Time, a million seller, an additional box that said, 1 million seller on it. Selling 1 million copies of anything is unbelievable, but specifically in the video game industry, that is ridiculous. But 1.3, 1.7, however many it was, that was seen as a big L. That's the problem. That's exactly the problem with the video game industry today, is that these budgets, these expectations are so high and so unreasonable, which is how you get a company that's been doing it for 30 years shut down because of one failure. That's crazy.
Such a shame. Next, we have Dragon Age, the Veilguard.
Here we go.
In a way, this game is worse than Concord because it's so direct with its messages. The companion Tash comes out as non-binary, and their storyline uses modern terms and discussions about pronouns that some players felt were unnatural in a medieval fantasy setting.
So I'm non-binary.
Classic. Could you, like, the gold, and I mean that, like, you know, in a sarcastic way, the gold that was given us back to back to back between Concord, between Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and all the other games from like 2022 to 2023 to 2024, 2025, like the amount of back to back to back crap slop that had millions of dollars invested in it, that were a result of just this weird woke ideology getting a hold and gripping itself inside these studios and these games. To see them, just all these games released back to back to back and just fail over and over and over again. I mean, I think that's really all you need to say about the ideology as a whole. But this guy's doing an excellent job. Loving this.
What does that mean?
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman.
If you are neither a man nor a woman, then what are you?
Non-binary. I just said, and I'm going to use they instead of she from now on.
Yeah, you idiot. Yeah, you dummy. I just told you what it is. Don't you understand it? I know you never heard of it before, but that's what I am, dummy.
What kind of reaction did the developers expect from gamers? Yes, saying the right...
I will tell you exactly what they thought. They thought people would go... They thought Kotaku, they thought Polygon, they thought Kind of Funny Games would go... And that's exactly what they did. While the rest of the world, who was not inside this bubble, went, who is this guy? What? And that's how you get a failure like Dragon Age Veilguard.
Pronoun is very important. Thank you, Dragon Age Veilguard. Or, what the F is this?
That's right. This guy
what
gets
do you
it.
think is the more likely reaction? Why would gamers want pronoun lessons from games they pay with their money? We pay money for entertainment, not to learn lessons that has nothing to do with the game. The gameplay also received mixed reviews. Although the action combat was polished and visually impressive, many longtime fans were disappointed by the removal of tactical party control. Combat could become repetitive, enemies were often overly durable, and player choices felt limited. EA.
I love the fact that you got this Asian guy. He said he's Korean over here saying all this stuff. Because what can people like Jason Schreier say about guys like this? Oh, he's a chud? No. He's a vehicle for white supremacy? No. He's just a guy who sees this stuff and knows exactly what it is. Crap. And I love that. And they can't be,
did not reveal an exact sales figure. Instead, it reported that the game had reached approximately 1.5 million players during its launch quarter, nearly 50% below the company's expectations. And then there's Concord.
Hey, I got 2
biggest
copies of
flop
that.
in the gaming history. And another Sony first game like The Last of Us Part 2. I mentioned this game so many times before, so I'm just gonna keep it short. When you see the list of the characters in this game, it's weird that there's not a single blonde white woman in this game. Isn't that weird? Does game and movie industries have something against casting white women now?
Oh, wow. Interesting right there. It's amazing how that it's so funny to see this called out because the thing you heard about this was there's not a single white male, but he flipped it. The Uno card, not a single white woman. What do you think about that?
Next is Assassin's Creed Shadows. This game became controversial because Ubisoft chose Yasuke, a real African retainer of Oda Nobunaga, as one of the 2 playable characters. Critics argue that the series had traditionally used fictional protagonists who naturally represented the setting, while real historical figures appeared as supporting characters. Because of this, many saw the decision to use Yasuke instead of fictional Japanese male protagonist as a DEI-driven choice. Okay.
Many people did, or all the people did? All the people did except for the people making it. And I bet there are people at Ubisoft who are making this game, but they're like, this is probably a really bad idea. But, came back to, there was like the one guy who was a historian or whatever. And, it turns out everything he did was fake. Yeah, it's amazing how that works out. And yes, everybody looking at it was like, this is not a good idea to do. And then like all of Asia was upset about this. Do you remember that when people were upset? And Ubisoft was like, yeah.
Okay, I'm a Korean, and honestly, even I was quite offended when Ubisoft picked an African man to represent the feudal Japanese era, because I'm a fellow Asian person.
God, there's so many little clips in this that I want to take out. He has these wonderful sentences. I want to hear this one. I want to just have this on our show.
Present the feudal Japanese era. Because
this right here.
I'm a fellow Asian person.
Like whenever I introduce Phil or Tiny or anybody, I'm a fellow Asian person.
Picking a foreigner to represent your entire culture doesn't feel right, It really is insulting. If a Korean person feels this way, imagine how a Japanese person would feel. The game sold poorly in Japan, even though it was the first main Assassin's Creed game that was set in Japan. Famitsu, a famous game magazine in Japan, estimated that the PS5 version of Assassin's Creed Shadows sold only around 18,000 physical copies during the first 4 days, placing 5th on the weekly chart.
I didn't know it was that bad. I mean, I would expect, like most of the industry, where a lot of the games are going to be sold digitally, but only 18,000 copies in the first week. It's supposed to be a major release. Yikes.
In overall, its final sales are estimated to be around 5.7 million copies. I admit that is a big number, but considering the strength of the Assassin's Creed brand and the expectations surrounding the game, it is still relatively disappointing for Ubisoft. It appears.
Can we just stop for a second real quick? What would that number be if they just had like an actual Asian ninja, Japanese ninja, right? In that role? Would it sold I don't know, 1 million more copies? Would it have sold 2 million more copies? We don't know. We'll never know. The only people who have to guess that are Ubisoft when they look at their forecast and be like, oh man, that was not a really good idea to do that because we wanted to score some DEI points, and now they're over here getting taken over by Tencent and having to spin off extra companies to, man, what a drastically bad mistake.
Appears to have finished only slightly above Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which sold around 5.4 million copies. Since Syndicate was also considered one of the weaker selling entries in the series, Shadows ultimately seems to have ended up near the lower end of the franchise's sales rankings. And then there's Forspoken.
Man, everybody's forgotten about Forspoken. This game came and it dropped like a freaking rock in a pond. This thing just floated right to the bottom so quick.
Forspoken was labeled woke mainly because it featured a young black woman as its protagonist and placed her in a fantasy world largely ruled by women. However, in this case, the gameplay was the bigger problem. Players criticized its awkward dialogue, unlikable protagonist, repetitive missions, and empty open world. Square Enix never revealed an exact sales figure, but officially described the game's sales as lackluster. Star Wars Outlaws faced similar criticism for choosing a woman of color as its protagonist.
Wait, what? The protagonist in Star Wars Outlaws is a woman of color? What? Really? I never considered her that at all. I thought she was just some white lady.
Some players also accused Ubisoft of making Kay Vaz less conventionally attractive than the actress who portrayed her. This game
Okay, I guess I was wrong. Maybe I just totally blocked Star Wars Outlaws in my brain.
Also had a lot of problems with the gameplay, and Ubisoft officially admitted that sales were below expectations, while an unofficial report estimated that it sold only around 1 million copies during its first month. Ubisoft has not disclosed its final sales total.
Okay, question. They say she's Hispanic, she's Latina, right? You are a space warrior, right? When you're traveling through space, you're a bounty hunter. Does Latin America or any of that come into play, like, at all? It's a legit question. Maybe I just don't know the Star Wars universe. Or is that only there to appease? If you really think about it from that lens, it makes the whole thing that much dumb, that much dumber, that much dumb, stupid, dumb.
Lastly, Unknown 9 Awakening was criticized as woke, mainly because it featured an Indian female protagonist and involved narrative consultants from Sweet Baby. Some players also accused the developers of making the heroine less attractive than actress Anya Kalotra. No official sales figure was released, but the game peaked at only 285 concurrent players on Steam. Reflector Entertainment later.
Would you guys? Is that good? 285. Is that a good number or bad number? Let me know in the comments if that's a bad number or a good number. Just curious.
Admitted that it had failed to come close to sales expectations. Plans to expand the Unknown 9 universe was cancelled, and the studio went through layoffs. Okay, I admit it. Some of the games I mentioned here were actually big success, like The Last of Us Part 2 and Assassin's Creed Shadows. But
we'll tap the brakes. I would not say Assassin's Creed Shadows was a big success. I think that it sold well, but that doesn't mean it was a success or even a big success. It sold well. And those two things are very different depending on the budget and such.
Also hard to deny that these games might have been far more successful and better loved by fans without the woke elements. Also, it's quite surprising to see that a lot of games with woke elements have been criticized for dull gameplays, as if they were depending on the woke element for the success of their games, not the polished gameplay. Well, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think?
No. It's not your opinion. You are laying down facts. You are laying down the exact data that people need to see. So it's not your opinion. He's literally talking facts. Don't apologize for this, my man. Don't apologize for delivering facts and knowledge. You can't do that. That's it's just my opinion. No. That's not how this works. You lay down the facts. You lay down the data. Own it. Own it. Numbers don't lie.
Think we still need woke elements in the gaming industry?
Yes, more. Keep doing it, game industry. Keep doing it. Keep delivering us shit. Keep doing it. The faster it happens, the faster it all fails, the faster it burns down, the faster more people get fired, the faster we just totally get everybody who doesn't need to be in this industry out of the industry. More of it, please.
Or are you guys tired of it like I am?
We're tired, but more.
Are tired? How much longer do you think this is going to last in the Western gaming industry? Hopefully not too long. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. They give me so much power. And good game, YouTube.
Hey, give him more power. This guy's awesome. I love him. I love this guy. Love it. I need you to go check him out. That's a great video. Really encouraging, and I want to get him on the show. Guy's spectacular. That's great. All right, let's go. I love this. I love everything about that. Mercenary says, "Wait a second, is this the Asian guy who wants free? Huh? Took the game out of the console and cut it up with scissors. The Last of Us Part 2, that is. I don't know, Mercenary. I do not know." He also says, "Me and Anna are correct. I mean this to say this Asian guy who's live on screen cut up The Last of Us 2." Okay. You said aging, but it meant to say Asian. Poke Elda says, Phoenix's portal into Guam closed before he could get home. Now Blabs has to take a plane ticket to this random homeless man with no with no ID. Oh, that's rough. Soul Silver says, "Never thought we'd find out Craig has an Asian brother on the solo stream. Maybe a future guest on Side Scrollers." 1,000. I'm going to reach out to this guy personally. Usually Blabs books him, but I'm going to reach out to this guy. Hey, Asian brother from another mother, come on over. Commodore Fan says, "Craig, you should get this guy on the show." Along with an ex YouTube creator called Super Sissy, as she seems to be a fairly based Asian. We should have our fairly based Asian show. Reese says, "Sent you a thing on X. Let me know if there was others you were wanting." Well, let me take a look real quick, Reese. Going to do that. Also, guys, thanks so much for your super chats, Direct Nations, Rumble Rants. I am doing my best to keep track of the chats. I know Blabs and Phoenix are not here today, but I feel like this is going pretty okay. If you guys are enjoying the solo stream today with everybody dead, let me know. Would really appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up button. I feel like this is going not bad, I guess. Yeah, we'll see how this continues. I guess. Like I said, I do plan on doing more solo streams after the school year kicks back off. So. Slane Hare says, "You're just staring at the screen like a psychopath." I know, that's my fault. Buddha Punch says, "We better get to see the sonogram photo when Phoenix and Blabs return from their personal time." JK, you're doing great, Craig. Thanks, Buddha Punch. Epsilon Sama says, "Craig, my mother is not a gamer, and when she watched Last of Us Part 2 TV show, she reacted the same way as gamers and dropped the show. Woke equals broke." Epsilon Sama, thank you very much. Hero Sword says, "Be proud of the fact that you've done solo impromptu streams in the past during the afternoon to dunk on Jer and still get thousands of viewers. You got this." Well, thanks, Hero Sword. I am proud of what we have over here. I am. It's very, very cool, and I think it's great. Jarl Doom says, they keep making BS for the audience that isn't there. I truly hope all this crap is on the way out. I've been over for it for a long time. Yup. I hear that, brother. I hear that, my man, and I think we all are. We're all kind of tired of it. It's been a lot for sure. All right, guys, real quick. This is one of the best things about doing a solo show is that I actually don't need to go to a full screen here, but I don't need to flip away from anybody. I can just go right in and let you guys know that now, today, more than ever today, friends, on your screen there's a QR code, and I'll tell you this: I had folks reach out to me. They said, "Dude, Rumble Wallet is awesome. I'm sorry I waited 2 months to finally click the link." Now, if this link for some reason isn't working when you scan it, which I did have somebody tell me that, you can actually still go to wallet.rumble.com. And if you want to get extra spicy, you can put /side scrollers. Okay. Or actually /scrollers. wallet.rumble.com/scrollers, and that will take you to the page where you can check out Rumble Wallet. And then once you download it, you get $10 free when you use the promo code Scrollers10. Now, I've been talking about this at length, guys, and it's important that you guys support Rumble Wallet because they got good things happening here. I know we've talked about this many times. This is meant to be a PayPal alternative in time. This is one of those things that I think that in like 2 years, a year, 18 months or so, you're going to start seeing Rumble Wallet used in a lot of different ways. And hopefully we're using it a lot. Like it can serve as a payment processor for us. This is something that we want to do. But right now you get your $10 free using that promo code Scrollers10 to get your free $10. Then you can use it to support a creator of your choice. Hey, you want to use it on us? Awesome. But if you want to use it on somebody else over on Rumble, I would love if you did that too. Just use that free $10. And when you use it, say, "Hey, It's from Side Scrollers, just as a way to pay it forward. Because there's a lot of really great creators over on Rumble, and they deserve that $10. They deserve the opportunity to be invested in, because that's what we're all about, changing culture. Rumble's giving you a platform with Rumble Wallet and currency to do that with, literally to invest in culture. So check it out for yourself. Once again, use the QR code on your screen. If you haven't yet, download it. If it doesn't work, go to wallet.rumble.com/scrollers and then use the promo code scrollers10 to get your free monies. We'd really appreciate that, guys. Once again, they support us. Consider supporting Rumble Wallet. All right, let's check out some more stuff here, guys. Guys, thank you very much for joining me today. Look, I got my leg up, ready to go. You can't see it on screen. I'm sitting all cross-legged, just hanging out, enjoying my time with you guys. This has been fun today. It's been fun leaning back. Yeah, it's fun stuff. All right. Is that Geg? No, it's Donnie. Power Ranger Donnie says, nice ball cap, Craig. Thanks. Appreciate that. This is my my soccer ball cap right here. Let's go ahead and move on. I have not heard about this at all, but video that let's hold on. This guy has like 2 million views. So 2 million subscribers. So I don't want to get hit by this by doing it. But let's talk about this. This is not a video, but I do want to talk about this briefly. And that is this insanity behind Rotten Tomatoes and the Odyssey. Have you heard all the I guess the conspiracy behind Rotten Tomatoes and what's going on with the Odyssey? Where if you go to the Rotten Tomatoes website, there's like you can go in and you can see all the positive reviews. Let me actually pull this up really fast. Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes Odyssey. Because when you look at this, all the reviews are super positive. It's like a 97% score. Now it's down to 95% tomato. There we go, right here. 97% popcorn, which is like the audience over here. So 10,000, everyone's like, the Odyssey's the best. It's the greatest over here. Well, this person over here, Professor R2, says, so Rotten Tomatoes, 3 days ago, I posted my clean, spoiler-free review of the Odyssey with a 2.5 out of 10. As of today, it's still not posted. I created a new account 2 hours ago. I posted a glowing fake review with a 5 out of 5. It went public in less than an hour. What a joke. Is Rotten Tomatoes and the movie industry, are they covering for this movie? Making sure this is a must-go see here. There's been other reports of them potentially buying entire IMAX screens to kind of fluff the numbers and to add to the box office. Have you guys seen those as well? By the way, this person over here says, for the show us receipts, dimwits, this is my first review of the original review a few days ago. You will not find it on Rotten Tomatoes because they refused to post it. The second review was accepted in an hour. Here's the first one right here. You can see let's say well thought out, paragraph. This is about what you expect from a Rotten Tomatoes review, 2.5 stars. This one, absolute cinema, a masterpiece of epic proportions. Do not miss this film. Like totally glazing it the entire time. Is this rigged? Just a thought. It's interesting to kind of see how this goes here. And to see if they are actually going in and trying to cover for Nolan and the Odyssey. What do you think? What do you think about that? Tim Pool actually pointed this out. He said, remember when they claimed someone was bulk buying tickets to Melania? Now, Melania, this was the documentary on the First Lady movie. Melania's movie shows signs of bulk buying to boost box office over here. This was a thing that you see. It's one of those where you're not doing it. Well, we're not doing it, but you're definitely doing it. By the way, we're definitely doing it, but we're not doing it. It's amazing. Yes, definitely, totally, definitely, positively not a paid shill in this situation. But the Odyssey continues to dominate. Have you seen it? And if you have, what do you think of it? I know I've seen a lot of people go back and forth on this, and people have said it's a very good movie. I think this is one of those movies that I will eventually see when it's on Prime or Netflix. I do not plan on paying any money to see it outside of the subscription that I'm already paying. I do not plan to rent it. Do not plan to. And, I'm sure this movie, it's fine. Like I said, we talked about this yesterday, where when you look at the trailer for the Odyssey, nothing about it screams like wokeness. Nothing about it screams problematic. It doesn't, one thing that you actually do when you look at the Odyssey trailer is and this is going to sound, you can take this however you want. It's full of people who look Greek, with the exception of one. We played this yesterday, and here is this is the trailer for it. Let me see if I can do the TV spot, because the TV spot itself, the TV spot, when you look at this just itself is it just looks like a bunch of potential Greek people, especially like a lot of white people. It's like a bunch of white people. Matt Damon in it. Tom Holland. Oh, Spider-Man's in it. Oh, great. Anne Hathaway. Oh, yeah. I love her in Devil Wears Prada. That's great. Robert Pattinson. Oh, my God. And then, by the way, did you see how they just slipped? Look at the screen time that she actually got in the trailer. Anne Hathaway got 2 full shots. Robert Pattinson, she's in it just for a second. Zendaya. These are all fairly big names. So they do a pretty good job of just selling you with just, this has some Greek elements, but in reality, nobody's actually Greek in it. And to see people going crazy over this movie, when I say going crazy, I mean rightfully so. Like George, who is Greek, going in and talking about George over on X. I don't know, George, who has been on our show, G Prime. He's a big. Let me pull him up really fast. He is a big artist, and he has talked a lot about this over on his timeline here. Emily Wilson, whose 2019 translation of the Odyssey. See, this is the person, by the way, who Christopher Nolan drew his inspiration from. It was her translation of the Odyssey over here. George says, as revenge, I would like to take an accident feminist classic and twist on it for masculine variation, but there aren't any, right? There are no feminist classics that need to be a twist on it. This is the person that the Odyssey was based off of, with the feminist lens over here. So yes, online chat seeing right-wing podcasters call the Odyssey a masterpiece. Dave Rubin is a right-wing. If that's funny. So yes, this has been an ongoing thing when it comes to the Odyssey. Do you plan on seeing it? I do not. I saw it's like $30, $30 freaking dollars to go to the movie. Are you kidding me? No interest in that. Zero interest in going to see a movie for $30. What was the last movie you guys saw? I'm looking at the chat right here, because I'm trying to think legitimately the last movie I paid to go see in theaters, and it either was that unremarkable or that forgettable of an experience here. Adam, my boy, thanks so much for the gift, the little unk alert over there. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think Soul Silver, it may have been Godzilla -1. I think you may be right. Godzilla -1 was the last movie I actually saw in theaters. I wanted to see Mortal Kombat 2. I didn't see the new Mario. I think the next movie I will see in theater is probably Street Fighter. We are working on a Street Fighter themed event, and it will be a live event in theory right now. This is going to be taking place in October, and it will be taking place in Dallas, just a heads up. So speaking of things, quick reminder coming up on Thursday, if you guys haven't yet, reminder that we have this fun event, the VTuber Chaos event, coming up Thursday. It's going to be available on Plus, on Rumble, on Kick, and on Twitch, everywhere but YouTube, unfortunately, because we are in the doghouse over on YouTube. And if we say bad things, which happens occasionally when playing Jackbox, we could get in more trouble and actually not be allowed to stream. So there's logic behind it. It's not just because we don't like YouTube. It's because we're in the doghouse. And you can thank Blabs' dirty potty mouth right there. Gold Soul Ninja came in with $50 freaking dollars, says Solo Craig. Well, I'm just glad that he's frozen in there, and that we're out here, and he's the sheriff, and it's frozen out here, and we're in there. I just remembered that we're out here. I just want to know, where's the caveman? If you get this, you're cool. Gold Soul Ninja, Thank you so much for that incredible generosity. You're going on the wall, my dude. And let me get you on the wall. Give it up for Gold Soul Ninja. Love that. By the way, I have one of the requests that I've had many, many times is more gameplay stuff. Hey, Craig, got to play more games. Got to play more games. Gold Soul Ninja. You know what? We did early on in Side Scrollers. I've done a Mario marathon, funathon. That's what I call them. I did a Mega Man funathon early on, where I played through all the games and gave you guys opportunities to kind of like hold me back through various ways, wearing oven mitts and wearing blindfolds and all sorts of stuff, resetting the game. Is that something you guys would like to see more of? Because I think I haven't done a Mario marathon in a good while, and that was really fun. And I'd like to make that an annual thing. Last time I did it, it took like 2 months to get through all the. I think it actually took closer to 3 or 4 months to get through all the Mario games, because there were some games that were really long, more than just like the 2D Mario games. Played through all of them. Let me know if you guys are interested in that idea. Gold Soul Ninja, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Let's get you on the wall over here, my dude. Wall is almost full. Let's see. I can't get any on that over on the right side. I got about 2 more spots. So let's see if we can fill that up today. That'd be pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Karnak says, need to do a Castlevania funathon. I don't know about that. The Castlevania games, I could do like maybe the original Castlevania games, but I don't think I could do like Symphony of the Night and stuff. I don't think I could do that. You know what I do want to do? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you, I got this entire playlist thing. Let's do a little nostalgia shit. I love nostalgia shit. I got this video, shopping for video games in 1993. I think this is just B-roll. I think let's just take a step back, do a little nostalgia. What do you say about that, huh? A little nostalgia here. Shopping for video games in 1993, courtesy of the Gaming Archive channel. Hey, let me know if you remember times like this. Did you hear that? When you walked into the store, what was the game that you heard? Listen to this. What was the game? What was the title screen that you heard just there? As soon as you walk in 1993, what game did you hear? It was the biggest game in the world at that time. Let me know. Get a little Turtles in Time, a little action here. Looks on the Genesis. Oh, that's not Turtles in Time. That's Hyperstone Heist. That is Hyperstone Heist right there. Ah, nice. You are correct. That was Street Fighter 2. That's the sound that you heard, that theme song, as soon as you walked in right there. Ooh. I'm guessing this is Hyperstone Heist. It looked like Turtles in Time. But Hyperstone Heist was more or less just like a Genesis version of it, just kind of with some other. Yeah, okay, that is definitely Hyperstone Heist for the Genesis right there. Oh my God, I can. This is crazy. Someone in the chat says I can smell it. Right, I definitely feel the only thing wrong with this is that it's widescreen when it should be 4:3 format. It's just the square, but I guess this is like a super high def camera. We got a game. We got the Genesis here. We got Sonic 2 on the wall, ready to go. Genesis accessories. Oh, so good stuff.
Have you got that? White.
Oh, this is in Europe. Dude, you walk in, look at all these freaking monitors on the wall back here. How cool was this? Bam, 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 all along the wall. That's like 20 TVs. That's a huge setup for that time. Oh, the only problem is that he's playing Echo the Dolphin. Oh. Odd that Sonic is like, this is the Euro 3 right here. When you hold, like in America, you go like this, right? In Europe, they do this. That's kind of what he's holding up right there, but it's for Sonic 2. Odd. I love this old. This is strictly a nostalgia thing for me, but I love looking at this old B-roll. This is really cool. It's like stepping back in time. It really is. Ooh, the Atari game. So this is, like I said, definitely Europe. You can tell by the even without the accents, you can tell just by the various consoles that are being selected. The Genesis, the Atari, not big players in the United States in 1993. Now, the Genesis was but the Atari certainly not. Ooh, man, what I wouldn't give to have this hanging in my background right now. That Super Mario Kart. Golly. And now, look, this is what they're taking from you. This is what they're taking from you. The idea of going to a store, getting a game, putting it in a bag, the anticipation of going home with that, knowing that you're 15 to 30 to 45 minutes away from experiencing that. Like this kid right here, he's anxious. He's got this anxiety, this percolating to the top. He knows he's about to have an awesome time. I have selected this game after looking at the box art, after looking at the back of the box, looking at a couple screenshots from what people told me at school. I'm going to go home and have the time of my freaking life. This is what they're taking from you. The relationship you have with the guy behind the counter right here. Telling you, hey, this game's good. This game's not good. Streets of Rage. Let's go. Oh my God, this is awesome. Using them euros. Look at his bright shirt here, the black shirt with the neon on it. Look at him. The idea of doing your chores and earning your money so you can go to the store and get something with your hands. He earned this with his own money. I guarantee you this kid remembers that game. Oh. Ooh, name the game. Name the game. Name the game. I know it right now. I'll give you 2 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Top Gear. That's right. Top Gear. Top Gear for the Super Nintendo. Actually, here you can see it is a Famicom. What do we got here? What game is this? Let's see. Was this more Top Gear? It looks like it. Yep. Top Gear in the Super Nintendo kiosk. The demo kiosk. Once again, not a Super Nintendo. Well, I guess this was a Super Nintendo. It's the PAL version. But man, I always loved the colors, the color scheme on the buttons here. I love this. Because in the United States, we got the purple. We got the light purple and the dark purple, where you got the bright, colorful version everywhere else in the world, which I do like the purple. But man, I really love the bright, colorful Famicom controller. So much fun. I loved these little demo kiosks here. And by the way, the idea of being able to show this, I'm guessing the Super Game Boy was out at this point, but being able to, no, I guess not, because he's playing this here, but it's also showing up on the screen. This was very advanced back then. This is like an early version of the Super Game Boy. How cool is that? I don't think I ever saw this demo unit here. Once again, Street Fighter in the background. You hear it in your ears. Oh, man, I'm loving this. Loving this. I'm going to be honest. I'm having way too much fun with you guys flying solo today. I'm never going to have anybody back. It's just us. Sorry, suckers. We get to sit around and watch some fun stuff like this. Are those PC games? Physical PC games? Oh, my God. Unbelievable. This is great. Railroad Tycoon right there for your PC. Sid Meier's. All of these games. Let's go skip ahead a little bit. See what we got. What is this? Oh, look at that. Altered Beast, The Ninja, Asterix, Batman, Dick Tracy. Look at all those games. Disney's Fantasia. This is some good quality B-roll right there. This is great. I love this, man. This is great. Too much nostalgia. Too much nostalgia for a lot of folks. I've never been there, but I know I've been there. Let's skip ahead a little bit. Let's see. I feel like I've walked around the store already. There it is. Now listen. What level? What level's this? Listen. What demo level is that? You know. If you are a Street Fighter fan, you know exactly what that is. I love being able to do this, by the way, having the solo stream. I had this queued up. I have an entire playlist called To Watch on Stream. But I can't watch stuff like this with Blabs. You're like, boring. I can do this by myself with you guys. This is great. By the way, I'm looking forward to Blabs being back very quickly. And Phoenix, obviously. Oh, that's good stuff. Yes, it's the Soviet stage. It's Russia. Russia. Let's skip ahead. Look at that. Yes. Oh, it's another store. It's like a Virgin Mega Store. Oh, my God. The Virgin Mega Store. Let's go. Oh, we're going to get hit for copyright with some of this stuff. Look at that broke-ass controller right there. That's crazy. Man, let's stink and go. Look at that kid's face. Look at how happy he is. PC games, Phantom of the Opera. I'm skipping ahead here. D-Day. Oh, look at that big old Super Nintendo. What's he got to say? Dude, what a box. You got the PAL version, Super Nintendo, and the Star Wing. Let's go. It's Star Fox for the rest of the world. Why do they not call it Star Fox in Europe? Does anybody have any idea why that is a thing? Mike says, I still got that box. Let's go. Let's go. Love that. Just a couple people looking at some video games over here. Getting a little B-roll. Oh, this can't be Brazil? Nah. Lead says that's Hanley's in London. Oh. Okay. Look at that. Got the sweet glasses on. What games you get? Is that Super Tennis? Let's go. All new game. Yes, this is fun. I love looking at this, man. It's once again, this is what they want to take from everybody. And I realize that this is not a thing anymore. This was a very small window of time, right? But they want to take just the little bit that you have, the little bit left, the joy of going to buy a game, some sort of physical media. They say no more. You will go to your couch. You will enjoy it. You will slop it up, and you will pay. Whoa, 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 whoa. How much for that? 189 pounds? What, 182 pounds? Whatever was that? 100, what? Hold on. 183 pounds for a Super Nintendo and Super Tennis? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. Ridiculous. Okay. Wow. What a day. What a day. All right. That's good. I feel nostalgia overload. I was never there. But I feel nostalgic for that right there. I've never actually been in that store. Didn't actually experience that. But man, did I just feel it. I could smell it. I felt the air. I felt the money exchanging hands. I felt the customer service. Man, they want to take that from everybody. It's a damn shame. It was a good time. Good time back there in the 90s, 1993. Checking out video games. All right. Let's go ahead and try to move. Oh, my God. We're up against it already. Holy crap. How have I been live for 2 hours already? This is ridiculous. Unbelievable. Okay, well, thank you guys. Max Smalls came in with 10, says, dang, Craig, I didn't get that excited even picking up Halo 3 Collector's Edition on launch night. At the GameStop, we just looked like the elevator scene in Big Trouble in Little China. Oh, man, Max Smalls, that sucks. But yes, you should always get excited when picking up physical things. Always get excited. Sorry you didn't have the great experience. Mercenary says, I think Nintendo was sued over the name Star Fox, or it was some government body that prevented it, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, calling Hero Turtles over there. Yeah, I always thought that was really silly. Over on the YouTube, Let me see. Get that real quick. Torgo says, Craig, buy an Evercade and stream with it. Yeah, I have ways to play video games. Hidden Gem Gamer says there was an Atari game in Europe called Star Fox, and Nintendo didn't want to risk copyright infringement. Also, Craig, if you have time, I interviewed Raven Software's vice president. Care to read it? As always, you can send me that over on Discord. You know how to get a hold of me there, Spaz. Let's see real quick. I want to make sure I told you I'm going to do my best to make sure that I do not miss anything. But hey, I cannot make any promises. I'm doing my best here. Either way, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me today on a random solo stream. I know that it's a little awkward today, but you know what? It's been fun. I have thoroughly enjoyed this, and honestly, it gives me hope. That I'm not going to suck at this here when we do some solo streams after school gets started up. Ram says, don't worry, Craig. I'll let Blaz and Phoenix know they're fired the next time they're on stream. Rev didn't make it today, so Craig has to say demon time for him. Let's hear it, Craig. Demon time. Is that right, Ram? Is that right? Thank you for that. All right, let me make sure I get other stuff. We still need to do today in video game history, by the way. I'm going to do that. Gold Soul Ninja came in with $10. Says, by the way, having friends for dinner and big water was so fun in Land Before Time. Thank you so much, Gold Soul Ninja, for your wonderful support. Glad you're on the wall. Jarl says, they keep making... Yes, I mentioned that of the BS for the audience that isn't there. And the Deep Fryer says, my thing with Nolan is how do you follow up Oppenheimer? That is a masterpiece. It's like Spielberg nothing. It's like Spielberg. Nothing tops Schindler's List. Thank you for your support, guys. Excellent. All right. I have struggled my way through it today. I feel like I've done an okay job. But you know what I don't even have? I don't have Blabs' Today in Video Game History. I don't even have that asset, what she actually put on. So we're going to look at it today and see exactly, see what happened. Friends, even though Blabs isn't here, it's time for Today in Video Game History.
Today in Gaming History with Blabs.
That's me.
That's actually me, suckers. All right, let's see what we had today. Today in Video Game History. Ooh, some big ones today. This looks pretty fun. We have Ease, Wanderers of Ease. I always thought this was Wise for the longest time until I learned not too long ago that's Ease. Yes, Wise 3. Dracula X for the Super Nintendo, released 31 years ago in 1995. Mole-Mania for the Game Boy, released 30 years ago. Ooh, Mario Tennis, released for the N64 26 years ago. Super Mario Kart Super Circuit for the Game Boy Advance 25 years ago, which that game is pretty good right here. Mario Superstars Baseball for the GameCube in 2005. Man, think of the jump here in just a 5 short years between the 2000 to 2005. The graphical increase, obviously the GameCube and N64, massive, but between Mario Superstar Baseball and Mario Tennis, just huge, right? Limbo, oh, that was a big game for the Xbox 360 16 years ago in 2010. Rhythm Heaven Fever, released 15 years ago for the Wii. Wow, that's crazy. That's 15 years ago already. Oni Chambara Z2 Chaos for the PlayStation 4, 11 years ago. Oh boy, this is a big one. Fortnite, released 9 years ago. Wow. Fortnite, that's, by the way, that's for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So we are approaching a decade of Fortnite. Holy crap. That is crazy to think about. Pikmin 4, released 3 years ago in 2023, as well as Remnant 2. That is today in video game history. Good job, Blabs. Thanks, Craig, on the best. I know. Yeah. Awesome. Hidden Gem Gamer says, I sent you the link on Discord like 5 days ago. Okay, awesome. I don't spend a whole lot of time on Discord there. So if you see me. If you don't, you don't. That's cool too over on Discord. All right. I have a yelping puppy dog, which I need to go attend to right now. As like I said, the rest of my family is out. I may pop back in and stream a little bit later on. But if I do, it's going to be over on Kick and it's going to be over on Rumble. But I would love if you guys would do me a favor, hit the subscribe button if you're new, hit the thumbs up button. If you guys have enjoyed today's stream, I I would really appreciate that if you guys would do that. I do anticipate Blabs and Phoenix being back tomorrow. They may not. I would say it's a 51-49% thing right now. But just know, I wish I could tell you more, but I can't. But in the meantime, I will have guests tomorrow on the show. That's already been set up, and it's going to be a good show tomorrow. Very much looking forward to that. Thank you very much over on Rumble. I just received 2 US Ethereum over on Rumble. Really appreciate that. I know it because it showed up on my phone right now. Guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me on this wonderful solo edition, and hopefully everybody gets revitalized tomorrow, visits the Great Fairy, and comes back with full hearts tomorrow. Looking forward to that. But have a great rest of your day, and get outside, touch some grass, and remember that people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Have a great rest of your day. See you later. Bye-bye. Eternity.